Hi, Gary from Mr. G Shave, back for another Saturday shave. First of all, I want to thank everybody for their very kind comments about yesterday's video with my grandson making a VIP appearance on my video. Yeah, hopefully he'll grow up and he'll maybe look back at that and decide to take up this hobby, but we'll see. Face shave today. It's again another part of the Next Step series. Now the Next Step series is kind of where you've got to invest a little bit more money, but then you get nicer looking products. Maybe you get potentially better shaves and things like that. So, but it's also other options that you can consider. And one of the options that I think you should consider is going for sets. Well, not necessarily a set, but you can go for a vintage razor. Now this razor is a Gillette ball end tech that's been restored by John June, and he's put a carbon sort of tube on it to make it look a bit more modern, but he's replated it, and it's an open comb, but it's a Jet ball end tech, open comb Gillette ball end tech. Now if you remember from last Saturday, I used the Merkur 41C, which was also an open comb. This I'm expecting to be as mild. Now this particular razor came as a set in a travel case. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love this. And then you open it up and you can put your blades in there, you put the handle there and the cap and base in there. So absolutely stunning. Love this. Absolutely love it. So yeah, another option. Again, this comes as a travel kit, but I mean you can get them on their own. And I've shown this before. This is another ball end tech that's been that was a Falklands razor, a Falklands War razor that was never used. So it's sort of new old stock. And this is a very similar setup, only this one is a closed comb. Both of these razors are made in England, but you can get made in the USA, you can get made in, I believe you can get made in Germany and various other places. Sig Silo's the guy to talk to about that. But this has still got the card in it. I have used this razor once and I put the card back in. But that's the ball end tech. Now you can get these on their own for probably £20–30. You know, I mean, they're not a lot of money. Really great value. And if you can get them in a travel kit, all the better. But the razor I'm using today is this razor from John June. This is also made in England. And this has got a Lord Platinum blade in it on its third and final use. So that's what I'll be using. The brush is my Razorock. Is it an F400 or is it just a 400? It's a Razorock 400. Come on, focus. There you go. It's a Razorock 400 with an aluminium handle. I think these were limited edition. I didn't realise that when I bought it, but I just like the look of it. It's got great heft to it. I love this. So that's the brush. The bowl I haven't used in a while is the Shaving Grail by Saponificio Varesino. And as you can see, it looks like the Holy Grail. Not that I've ever seen the Holy Grail, but you know, it's called the Shaving Grail. So that's the bowl I'm going to use. Right, I'm going to get myself ready for the shave and I'll introduce the software as I use it. Be right back. Right, I'm back. Right, here we go. So I've lathered up. This brush is great to lather with. This bowl isn't the easiest thing to lather with, but it looks great, so it will lather. And as you can see, I've got plenty of lather in there. But yeah, it's a much smaller bowl than say the Giles Shaving Co. Pedestal bowl. But anyway, let's get this on. Just going to paint it on to start with. The scent strength on this is, I would say, a 3 or a 4. It's not the strength I was expecting, if I'm honest. I mean, I did notice. I mean, I've used a fair bit. I don't know whether you can actually make out how much I've used there, but I've used a fair bit. Having said that, that's with 2 uses, so about an almond-sized amount, a large almond-sized amount of soap was used. And the scent strength off the tub is about a 2 or a 3. Off the, once it's lathered, it sort of develops and it's nice. But I wouldn't say it's a super strong scent. It's pleasant, very nice. I'm going to add some more water to this. But it's it's TOBS, so TOBS soaps really work well. I'm just surprised because I've used the lavender, which is new to the den, and I found that was a really quite a nice scent strength of about, I can't remember, it's probably about 5 or 6. The sandalwood is one of the strongest smelling soaps in my den. The only one that competes with it really is Phoenix and Bow Spitfire, which I'll be using soon. This is another soap as part of the British Soap Manufacturer Month. But it's got a nice sheen to it. I'm sure it's going to shave without a problem, because Tullamore Bond Street soaps are usually very slick. Right, first time I've ever used this, so let's see how it goes. I did notice initially I found it quite difficult to get the blade alignment right, which is something, if you're looking at vintage razors, depending on the razor that you buy, is something you've got to be careful of. Modern razors, they seem to slot into place fairly easily and align themselves, but with older razors you have to make sure that there's an equal amount of blade exposure on both sides and from end to end. So right, so here we go. Very smooth, very smooth. I'd definitely put it in the mild category. But it's taken it down. That's really nice. Really, really nice. So yeah, this is when you want to move on to your next steps, it's worth having a look at vintage razors, but just understand they are vintage, they have been used, and you may, it is a bit of a risk. You might see some pictures, but it might not be in as good a condition as you thought it was. Sometimes they can, the pictures don't depict any damage and things like that. So you have got to be careful when buying vintage straights. But I mean, if it's got its box with it and it looks in really good condition, it's unlikely that it's been damaged. It's the older, cheaper ones that you've got to be careful of. The ones that are covered in rust or oxidization or whatever, those are the ones you know, you've really got to be careful of. I mean, I know somebody, if you wanted to buy something like that, I do know somebody, John June, and that's in the UK, that restores vintage razors, and he does a damn good job looking at this. Oh, I say, every now and again you do get a whiff of that lemon and lime, which is so pleasant. This definitely needs more water. I've only used 8 squirts of the spray, so that's probably about 4 teaspoons of water. I'm just going to open up the brush, put another squirt in, 2 squirts, because the first one wasn't very big. Yeah, that's nice. Don't know whether I've cut myself up there. Don't think I have. This is luxurious soap. That's the one thing about TOBS. It is really thick, luxurious soap. And the scents are all good. Just the scent strength. This, I wouldn't. Well, for me, it's not strong enough, but it is pleasant, and it will stay in the den, and I will use it. But this is sort of what I would call a midweek scent. This is an everyday scent. This is not in your face. It's understated, shall we say? Reserved. It's there in the background, and occasionally you'll get a whiff of it. You know, it'll just waft past your nose, and you go, "Oh, that's nice." So yeah. Right, let's go across the grain. On this side is straight up. Feedback's good. Now this is definitely an older razor than the Falklands War razor. That's got an aluminium handle. This feels far more substantial. It feels like a brass handle. So I think I said at the beginning they're both made in England. But if you look on eBay, you'll find loads of the ball end techs, Gillette ball end techs. You'll find loads of them for, you know, really good prices, so, you know, you don't have to lay out a lot of money. So this is just another option when you're moving up from the budget or real entry level, try it out phase, and you've decided, yeah, I'm going to go with this, and you want to move up a step. This is another option that you could go for. All I'm trying to do is just show you different options and different, things to look for. Right, let's get some more. I'm going to try and add plenty of water to this. So, against the grain pass. So I hope you've all had a good week. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And all those that have been with me from the beginning all the way through till now, you know, or anybody who's subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it, and it motivates me to continue. You know, I mean, not that I'm thinking of, you know, stopping or anything, but, you know, I do this. This is the ideal setup for me because it combines 2 hobbies. One is photography and videography. Not so much videography. I mean, the only videography I've ever done is this. But I bought a nice camera to do this with, and you know, it's just it combines two of my hobbies, that's all. I use my other camera. I've got a Canon 5D Mark IV, which I take the title image and the thumbnail. So that's the colour thumbnail and the black and white photo of the products that I use on the title page. I take that with a Canon 5D Mark IV, and I've got this Sony ZV-1 to do all my video stuff with, which is great. I've also got a DJI Pocket and the action camera as well. So, but I tend not to use those. I don't use multiple angles. I could, but I don't want the show to become burdensome with too much camera gear and too much to think about. This is a simple setup. But yeah, back to the shave. So against the grain now, so on this side it's going across that way. That's really good. Plenty of slickness left there. I wouldn't say it's as slick as Wickham's, not even in the same ballpark, and certainly not as slick as Signature Soaps. But I would certainly say it's slick enough. And it, as I say, it's the first. I think it was certainly one of the first. I think Palmolive might have been my first soap, but certainly the second soap would have been Taylor of Old Bond Street. A little bit there. This is definitely more efficient than the Merca 41C. Initially, on the first pass, I didn't really feel that, but right, let's have a feel around. A little bit here, a little bit there, nothing here. So that's BBS under the neck, which is a really good sign. That's always a good sign when you've measured it out correctly. Look at that, it's pretty much all gone. Yeah, this razor I think is definitely more aggressive than the Merca 41C. It certainly feels like that. But I wouldn't say it's, I would still put it in the medium area. I think this this feels a little bit irritated now. So there we go. That's BBS, which is always my goal. So I'm going to do what I usually do. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right back for the post shave. On with the cold water splash. Oh, that's great. Oh, so nice. So I am going to use the alum because I need to see. I think the razor is definitely more aggressive, as I say, than the 41C. Would I recommend it for somebody fairly new? Yeah, to be honest, it'd probably be the most aggressive razor you'll have at the beginning, unless you go mad and buy the 41C or something like that. But yeah, it's mild enough. It's mild enough for a beginner. Definitely got some burn. That's a good 4 out of 5 on the neck area. That's 5 out of 5 there. So it's a decent burn. Nice burn. Uneven, but that's, you know, probably down to my technique. It's a brand new razor. You've got to, each razor you buy, you will learn how to use properly over a period of time. You can't expect to get an A1 BBS shave straight away. Which is probably why I was trying so hard for the BBS. And why I'm burning now. I've got BBS without question, but I've also got burn, and more than I would normally want, shall we say, but nothing like the infamous straight razor shave, or that shavette, that Camisori shavette that I did last, was it Wednesday or whatever, where yeah, it was like a volcano on my face. So yeah, that's all calmed down now. That was the difference, is my face was still burning late on in the evening after the shave. The burn here has gone, completely gone. Face feel, it's great face feel after with TOBS, as you always do. Slickness, it's not up there with Wickham's. It's probably not even, it's not up there with PAA. I would say, slickness wise, I would say 5 out of 10 on this. Value for money, excellent. I think this £10-12, something like that. I'll put it up there somewhere. And it will probably work out, you know, quite good value for money. The weight, I'll have put it up on screen by now anyway, but 150 grams, 5.3 fluid ounces. So nice, not my favourite. It's too mild, the scent's too mild. That's the cap I was talking about. I don't know whether you can actually see it. It's got a Taylor of Old Bond Street thing on it, so that's the cap, and that's the pour, as I've said before. But nice. but I've been told that their lime scented one, pure lime, is apparently quite a strong scent. So I'm probably going to get some of that, and I'll probably give this away at some point. It might be part of a giveaway later on in the future or whatever. It's just not strong enough. The scent isn't strong enough for me. It's a pleasant scent. I like the scent, but it could do with going up a few notches. So, right, let's go on with the TOBS Lemon Witch Hazel. I do love this this witch hazel. So nice, so nice. The scent is wonderful. Now the scent of that TOBS Lemon Witch Hazel is quite a lot stronger than the soap. So if you've got TOBS Lemon Witch Hazel, you can get an idea. So I'm using Duru Lemon Cologne. A little bit of a burn, probably 2 or 3 out of 10. Beautiful scent again. Fantastic citrusy shave. I do in the summer. I love the citrus scents and tropical scents, coconut and things like that, and I like mentholated and things like that. When it comes to winter, you'll see I'll swing to woodier scents. Sandalwood being a particular favourite, but things like Spitfire and things like that, I love those in the winter. So the balm today, I thought I'd put a little bit of cooling effect. I don't think it's actually got that cooling, or at least I don't feel there's a lot of menthol in this. Peppermint extract is in this, so it's L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energetic Ice Cool Effect Post Shave Gel. That's it there, and it says Ice Cool Effect down there somewhere. But yeah, so let's put some of that on. Be careful when you squeeze that, it comes out quite quickly. There's quite a lot there. So I'll do my head and face. Now it's got quite a, it's definitely got citrus in it. That's quite, it goes very well with that citrus shave. I wasn't sure it would, but I thought I'd give it a go. I hadn't used it in a long time. So overall, I think the Total Bond Street is, it's not up to the same sort of level as Wickham's or Signature soaps or any of the other previous soaps that I've as you've probably realised, I'm starting to compare soaps in levels, if you like. At the moment, at the top of the tree for me at this stage, because I've only just really started doing this, sort of 6 or 7 out of 10, I would say, is Wickham's and Signature soaps. They're right up the top level at the moment. Below that was Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I think that was the Coconut Bay. That was just below, but purely on price. It was super slick. It was up there with everything but the price. So it's just slightly one down, half a point down or a point down from there. I would put the Total Bond Street Lemon and Lime at 5, because the scent lets it down a little bit, but everything else is fine. I wouldn't say it's as slick as the other soaps that I've used, but it's slick enough. So I'm putting it right smack bang in the middle, 5 out of 10 for overall for Total Bond Street. Now, if I'd done this with sandalwood, I'd have probably given it a higher score, because that sandalwood scent just in your face. So it depends, really. I think a lot of it depends on the scent and personal choice. All of this is my own preferences. You could completely disagree with everything that I say, and that would be fine. That's kind of great, because at the end of the day, everything would be a bit boring if everybody liked exactly the same things. So I don't mind if people disagree with me. Not a problem. In fact, don't be worried if you want to put a comment below to say you're talking rubbish. Just be polite But yeah, that it's as I expected it to perform in terms of the actual soap performance, but the scent let it down. But everything else is fine. So that's that soap. I will be back now on Monday for, I think it's another Battle of the Blades. I'll have to check. I've got it written down in my little notepad to see what I've got to do. I think it'll be, I'm not sure whether it's the Bit Chrome Battle of the Blades this time, but I'll have a look. Right, okay, so I'll see you on, what have I done? Oh, that's, I'll see you now on Monday. It's bye-bye from me, and it's bye-bye from this Gillette Tech, Ball End Tech travel kit. I hope that looks all right now. I've got it vertical. Looks okay. So yeah, I'll probably take this away one day. You know, whenever I do get away, or I might take both. I might take that kit as well. So who knows? But yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Bye now.